Hello everyone, my name is Ian Castle, and yes, I am back again for another singing tips video. And if you're watching via Facebook, this is the second one of today. Yes, I'm into number 2, even though I'm tired. If you're watching via YouTube, you'll probably see this one in a couple of days when I eventually get to upload it. And the topic of today's lesson is how to sing in head voice with more power. Okay, so I'm going to talk about 4 things for you. The first thing is head voice versus falsetto. Now, what I want you to do, we need to determine whether you're actually singing in a head voice coordination as opposed to a falsetto. Head voice is connected, falsetto is a very open, breathy sound. So what I want you to do is pick a note in your head voice or in your high part of your range, and then I want you to see if you can manipulate the louds and softs. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate that for you. I'm going to pick a note in my head voice. What I'm going to do is go to crescendo, which means gradually get louder, and then I'll decrescendo, which means gradually get softer. So I can manipulate the volume and dynamics of the note. Here we go. There we go. So I was able to go from a very small dynamic up to a louder one and then back down. Now, if you are doing that in falsetto, you'll find that you cannot move the volume. You might get a tiny bit of increase, but it will probably break because it's a very open, disconnected sound. So if you can manipulate your pitch, no, not your pitch, your volume, yes, you are singing in head voice as opposed to falsetto. Now, second thing, chord connection. When practicing your head voice, try to start in a small, edgy type of a tone first. So we want to engage just a slight little bit of connection, vocal cord vibration up there in the head voice. So, you want to practice it at that absolute softest dynamic that you possibly can. You don't want it to be breathy, you want it very edgy and what's called staccato, which means short and detached. Okay, so then you can gradually take that short and detached sound and make it lengthened and more sustained, like this. And that's how you can build upon a really solid connection and then expand upon it. Now, number 3, you need to make sure that your breath support is adequate to support your vocal cords. Okay, now if your breath support isn't adequate enough, you won't have enough build up of pressure, air pressure behind your cords to create the type of explosive power that you can achieve when that compression builds up. So if I breathe in, now each time there I was breathing in, letting the cords close and then letting them unzip in a head voice coordination and then sustaining that sound. Okay, now, because compression actually creates a lot of the power for you. You don't really have to do too much pushing from the throat. Okay, number 4 is resonance. You've probably heard me talk about resonance and compression a lot recently. And resonance is one where you can definitely create more power with very little effort, really. Now, what you can do is take that pure head voice sound, head voice tone, and then start mixing things like nasality into it to give your voice more ring, more brightness, more presence, those type of words. So if I take that head voice sound, I can engage the nasal cavity up in here to let that sound ring out a bit more. Now you can also do the same thing by utilizing the back of your throat. one of my recent videos talks about teaching you how to sing with an open throat. And you can use this resonating chamber as well to make your head voice bigger, okay? Feel like a fish or something. Anyway, those are 4 things that you really have to focus on. First of all, determining that you are singing in head voice. Second, working on your chord connections, starting small and then expanding upon that. Third, making sure your breath support is adequate to support your chords. And fourth, manipulating your resonance to give your sound, your head voice sound, a little bit more presence. So yeah, 4 things you can work on. And what I'm going to do, if you want me to, is create a head voice workout routine type thing for you, using these type of things, but with exercises, piano exercises that you can use to develop your head voice further. So yeah, give me a like, share this video if you feel it's share worthy, and I will get busy creating some more stuff for you. Anyway, bye for now.